Distance of where I am and where I wanna be. Got me stuck on the south side of MG. Play some now.
Welcome to another edition of Texas Local Live. I'm your host, Ben Martinek. Tonight we got Mr. J.R. Ward up here. How you doing, J.R.?
Doing fantastic today.
Good, yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, heck yeah. I like your hat, first of all.
I know. I've been watching you guys, and so I was like, I got to get some gear, especially since I'm going out there. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We appreciate it, man. Yeah, I see you wearing it. Getting I got the sweat working on mine. I like it, dude.
I got
That's
this bald head, so there's no hiding the sweat.
Keep it away from the sun, too,
Somebody's like, you need to wear a hat. I'm like, all right.
All right. What? Yeah. Well, we appreciate you coming out here. We're at the ranch in Las Colinas. If you are just joining us here or watching this on the YouTube area, we're going to be out here every Monday night doing our Tuning Texas showcase of artists. JR going to be one of the artists. But before we get into all that, I'd like to get to know the artists up here, man. Why'd you get into music? I got to start out everything like that.
It's always been around. Like, even when I was a kid, my mom was telling a story recently. She was like, every morning when you got up, before you could, when you were very young, you'd always want to watch Robin Hoods because you loved listening to Roger Miller sing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess that was my earliest influence there, and so it was always playing around the house, and it just was always something. It was a big music festival. I grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, yeah.
So we would go to, it was called River Bend. And I remember going there as a kid. And then, my parents, we'd listen to, they had George Strait and Don Williams and Reba McEntire and Clint Black. But I think the first time it lit up for me is when I heard Travis Tritt.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not from Texas. I'm not a cowboy.
All right.
But Travis Tritt was down the road from us in Georgia. I was like, here's this guy with no cowboy hat singing soulful country kind of rock.
Man, long hair, looking like a rocker. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
I was like, I love this guy. And Alabama was close to us. Fort Payne was 40 miles from Chattanooga, so they were a big band.
Yeah.
And then Confederate Railroad was from Chattanooga, so they were big. So I love live music.
Yeah. So, you fell in love with that aspect of it first.
I just fell in love with just the energy of a live show.
Absolutely.
To me is what really drew me in.
Can't beat it. And then once you get up on stage and do it for a change, it's really interesting.
There is nothing. There's not a drink. There's not a drug. There is nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing at all the same. Yeah. So you got into it naturally then on your own. Your parents necessarily didn't, say, hey, here's your guitar, go get down to it.
No, and I didn't grow up playing music. I grew up being a fan.
Yeah.
It's just funny, like my wife's here and she'll laugh because I have the biggest country music T-shirt collection.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Make a quilt later.
I have 3 drawers. I had to get rid of the drawers and put them in a bag because every time I go to a show, I'd buy something so I have all this gear and I just fell in love with it. Every disposable dollar I had was going to a show.
Nice.
If it was within a 2-hour radius. Chattanooga's nice because you got Nashville's, 120 miles. Knoxville's close. Birmingham's close. Atlanta's close.
Yeah, you're in a good spot.
So somebody was playing somewhere.
Within a decent radius to kind of cruise around and go get to the show, man.
So I fell in love with it.
Dig it. So you just, got into it at the early age and getting out and doing it. That's awesome you went to see the shows, too. A lot of kids, I say kids, but younger, when you start coming up into that, it's about writing, staying in your room. But, man, that's one thing you got to do.
I tell you what, I didn't start playing until a few years ago.
That's what my next question was, is when you started actually getting to it.
I was a teacher and a coach forever.
Okay.
So I wrestled through college, and I just thought, I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I changed my major 4 times, changed colleges 3 times.
Yeah.
I just had no idea, and so I was like, well, the only thing I've ever done in my life is wrestle, so I guess I'll coach.
Coach it.
And so I just kind of kept going, and I don't know, just something felt missing.
Absolutely.
And so, been in Nashville 1,000 times, and I'm just going to those bars, tipping the band more than I paid to see anybody I've ever, I'm paying the local guy $80 by the end of the night. It's like, play this song, play this.
Come on,
and I'm like,
man.
you know what? I want to do this.
Yeah, why not?
I can do this.
Yeah.
So I got out of teaching and coaching, and I got more of a 9-to-5.
Sure.
So I wasn't doing so much stuff on the weekends.
Yeah.
And I walked into a local bar where I live in Flagler Beach, and there's a guy I've seen play several times, and I was like, man, I really want to do this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't do good with YouTube learning. Like I'm being the coach. I want somebody smacking my hand.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Yeah.
saying, you're not doing it right. I like the old school. I don't need to be coddled.
Somewhere there, yeah. Someone
Right.
there to give you the feedback you need. Yeah.
So he's like, all right. It was, about where I live, Bike Week's big, and it was around that time.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
you
look at
make
this.
sure you get some of that.
Well, off-camera beer action. Damn, the service here. Cheers, Claiborne.
Yeah, right
Where's
on.
yours, man? Come on. Oh, okay, good.
good.
Good. Cheers.
So I ran into this dude, and I said, hey, man, will you teach me? And he didn't believe me. I guess a lot of people do that. They're at a bar, and they're like, hey, man, I want to do what you do. And Ralph Jenkins, Ralph, you see this, I love you, brother. But I saw him, and he said, show up to my house after Bike Week, and I got to make sure I had another friend of mine, said, this is the guitar you need.
Yeah.
It was like an acoustic Washburn, non-electric. It was just like, just start right here.
Yeah.
Showed up at his house, and he would sit literally just draw out. The first song I learned was Old Habits by Hank Jr.
Okay.
And he chorded the whole song out. He's like, just learn this song. If you don't know this by next week, sell your guitar and go buy some golf clubs.
Oh,
you don't need
nice.
to be here.
Okay, I like that ultimatum. I
So
dig
I
that.
was just, my fingers are bleeding, just
Yeah.
in my room for 8 hours. My wife's like, you okay? I'm like, everything's fine.
It's all good. Don't worry.
So I think before picking up, 3 months later, I was at his gig singing with him. 6 months later, I was doing my own gigs.
Awesome, man.
And it's just like one thing led to
and
another.
then snowballs, man. Yeah, now you're gone. Now you're down it.
Yeah, so now.
So when did you write your first tune? Like, how'd that come about?
You
Maybe
know,
tell us a little insight of that.
About 3 months into it, you're playing all these songs. You're like, I don't know. One day I was like, I want to write the song I want to hear, and that's a feeling
I like that a lot. I like that a
I
lot.
was like, this is the way I'm feeling right now. I just started writing, To me, I know everybody's has a writing thing they do, but me, it's always starts with the words.
Okay.
And I guess that's kind of my thing. The people that I like to listen to, if you can't read the song,
Yeah, like a poem.
it's not a good song.
Yeah, I got you.
To me, I know
Sure.
everybody likes their own thing, but
So let me stop you here real quick. Then, when you start with the writing, do you write a hook, like a line,
It's
or do you
all-
go through?
it always comes with an idea like that.
Okay, so that's
It's either a theme or a hook. If I hear a line and I'm like, oh my God.
You work out from that line. Yeah,
Right.
I got you. Cool.
And so it's like, this is the idea, this is the hook,
Yeah.
and then I build the story around that.
Sure.
And then obviously the story has a mood.
Yeah,
So this is more upbeat, or this is low key, or this is sad as hell, and you just kind of go from there.
Yeah, exactly. So you're a lyricist then. You start that way, I should
Start
say.
that
Yeah,
way,
it's very cool.
absolutely.
Very cool, man.
Because that's what hooks me when I listen to music. If it's cheesy, corny, I just feel awkward even listening to it.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like, oh, I can't believe this is popular, I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Oh, I think that every day.
It gives me anxiety. I'm like,
Yeah.
how is this a thing, And I'm like, but then, I remember it kind of got that way to me. Like, I loved, early 2000s has kind of stopped. It was a big change. And a lot of that has to do with how people were consuming music.
Yeah.
So it changed the product big time.
Very sure.
And I think I kind of shut down from listening to anything current.
Yeah.
And this is before, obviously, internet. You didn't look I didn't grow up looking at the internet for music.
Yeah.
It was going and spending hours at a used record store and
Right.
listening to things.
Yeah, exactly.
But I remember when I heard Jamie Johnson sing In Color, I was like, this is the revival.
Yeah.
To me, it was
probably
like
a good
the
time, actually. Good time frame there.
2008,
Yeah,
2009 or something. I'm like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. And then, popular music still took a huge turn. Our country music took a
Yeah.
huge turn.
Oh, all pop. Yeah.
And then so I started. Then Pandora came around, so that was nice because you could hear a station and find new artists.
Yeah. That was
So-
excellent for the music scene.
I
for
found
sure.
a lot of Texas music. It's funny.
Yeah.
I had a Whitey Morgan, even though he's from Michigan.
Yeah.
I was listening to his station. I found Del Watson.
Huh.
I found Cody Jinks. I found all that
Interesting.
stuff.
And those
and
are
then-
early on, probably before the algorithm
Early on,
started
yeah.
getting in, clicking. So okay. Casting a white.
And then I had a lot of friends that I had some friends who wrestled in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oklahoma State, and they were really into the red dirt scene, and they
Okay.
passed on a cross Canadian
Yeah,
ragweed
yeah,
CD,
exactly.
and you got to hear this guy, hear Wade Bowen, you got to hear
Yep.
Randy Rogers, and then it was just I feel bad. I feel like I got to owe those guys money. You're burning
Oh, man,
CDs
yeah.
passing around.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, it happened, man. No, I know that happened for sure. Yeah, I went to a few shows back in the day in the college
Right.
circuit there in Texas, South Central Texas, I guess. But yeah, Same crew, man. All those
Yeah.
guys, and you just find them, and you hand them around, and I think there's something so much more genuine about, like you said, rifling through albums. You know,
Right.
there's something about having someone hand you something and say, "This, you need to listen to this
Right.
person," versus Pandora, which by all means get on it if you're not on it. Obviously, you
Right.
should be at this point just to hear new stuff. But yeah, there's something about that connection because one, you're having a human connection, but two,
Right.
you're getting something that. I don't know. It just feels a little more genuine, not just like, okay, next, like skip. You know, there's something
Right.
that's missing that, which I hope doesn't happen in the future. I hope there's still that tangible.
No, I know, and
notion to it,
I
yeah.
kind of got into vinyl that way
Yeah,
because it's something exciting about the artwork.
yeah, it's
the,
everything about it, man. The
just,
whole package.
You know, giving back. Even though there's a huge kind of demand for a lot of the old used stuff.
Yeah,
Not as
exactly.
much for the newer stuff, but it's kind of growing.
It'd be
here
cool
and
to
there.
press a record and album, though.
No,
man.
absolutely, it'd be cool.
Good stuff, man.
But I don't want to be stuck with a bill either, you know.
No, that's true. It is not cheap. That's for sure.
But it's funny when I did, because I'm on Pandora now.
Yeah?
So you do J.R. Ward, I have my own radio
Okay.
station. So I was curious what the algorithm said I was. It says artists like Stoney LaRue, Brandon Jenkins. I was like, wow, I
Yeah.
didn't think about that for myself.
Yeah.
But, you know, in
wouldn't
my
put yourself
mind,
in a
I'm
box.
thinking I love Winona Judd and Travis Tritt and
Right.
Gary Allen and
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings. And so I guess it's all kind of goes back
Yeah,
around.
and your influences for sure. They're
Right.
putting you in those. I bet their influences are probably your shared list, right?
Right,
You got a
yeah.
couple like that. So that's really
So-
cool, man. All right. So definitely had a different upbringing with music, which is cool to hear your perspective on it. I really like that a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
No, to me, it's like I have things to write about now.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I've
As
seen,
time progresses, man.
you know, my wife and I, you know, I've written stories about us getting laid off. We lived in Georgia for a
Yeah.
few years, and I got experience about that. That's kind of how we landed in Florida, where
Okay.
I live now. We lived
Yeah.
there for 8 years. and,
Yeah,
you know, we love it. We live in a small town on the beach, and
yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Whereabouts are you there?
Flagler Beach. We're south of Jacksonville, about 80 miles or so.
Oh, okay.
So we're right in between Daytona Beach, St. Augustine.
Yeah, okay.
So I play a lot of my gigs from Daytona all the way up to the Georgia line, but then we'll get out of town. I'll play South Carolina,
Sure.
Tennessee, Georgia,
Awesome, man.
Texas
Yeah,
on
I
a
was
Monday
gonna say,
night.
Texas.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to Jack's coming up, man. Jacksonville. I
Yeah,
got family
right
out
on.
there.
Where
I'll
you
have to
going?
I'm going to Jacksonville. Family out over on the east side, I guess, of Jacksonville, northeast side. But we'll go to St.
Mill
Augustine for a
Island?
day. No, it's
No.
around. I honestly can't. Or Mandarin.
Okay,
Mandarin.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it,
Yeah. And yeah, so we'll go out there. And
You wanna
go
get? Let
hang
me
out
know.
there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna hit you up for that. We'll talk after.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We've got plenty to talk about now.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you got coming up, and a little bit about the road, because I do like to get that perspective on the show as well, because you are a man of experience in that regard. So
Yeah.
give us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, right now, I put out an EP in October of, well, it's 4 songs. I already first released a single. It's funny, like the kind of what got me where this is what I want to do. You know, I work full time too.
Yeah.
But I work for a home health care company, so I'm always in nursing homes, assisted living homes.
Yeah.
And I play music for them during the week. My company lets me play all these happy hours and activity hours, which is awesome, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if you ever want a real listening room experience, they circle you on their calendar. And you walk in, there's 50 people that are waiting for you
That's
to
crazy.
entertain them. And, you know, and that's what thrill, like a lot of the stuff I play, even when I'm out now, is so old. But I love it, you know.
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
singing Hank Williams and Ray
Yeah.
Price and all that stuff.
And they love it too. Man.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, you throw a good lead on and people can bob their head and
Heck
have a
yeah.
good time with it.
Yeah.
I still got guys. I play this one nursing home. There's a guy that he works at the nursing home, comes out and sees me. He's like, "Play Tear in My Beer." He'll drop some money. I'm like, "All right,
That's
here
cool
we
as
go."
hell. I love this. Is cool. That's awesome, man.
But I was playing in a memory care unit one day, and there was a guy. You know, I had like a stool like this, 10 people,
Yeah.
families kind of sitting behind them. You know, and they're not there anymore. You know, and I have a lot of experience with. My stepfather took care of his mother for 10 years, Alzheimer's. You see it every day. My grandfather
Yeah.
passed away from it. You know, so I currently have an aunt that's dying from it. You know, and so it's like, it's to me that's my charity.
Yeah, for sure.
But it didn't really hit me till that day, and I started playing, you know, some songs, no reaction. I started playing "Good Hearted Woman," you know, boom, boom,
Yeah.
you know. And all of a sudden, this guy starts smiling. He gets up, he walks over, he grabs this girl, and they start dancing. Families
Wow.
are crying. I'm like, I can't believe I'm about to cry at a good-hearted woman. I just
Yeah.
ducking my head down,
Wow.
and I got through that experience. And I'm like, I've never lived through such an impactful
That's powerful, man.
time
Yes.
with music. Went to my car and I wrote this song about Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Kind of like from a caregiver's perspective about I'll be here till you're ready to go. It's kind of like a person having a conversation with somebody that doesn't know they're there.
Yeah.
My company loved it. They did a music video for it.
Huh.
We did a big campaign for the Walk
Very
in
cool.
Alzheimer's.
Damn, that's
so we're doing
awesome,
another
man.
big Walk in Alzheimer's event in September, a big concert.
Where's that going to be?
It'll be in Flagler Beach.
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'll promote the
Oh,
hell
man,
out of
let
it.
us know if we can help with that. That would be amazing.
We're giving away, we'll raffle off a bunch of
yeah.
things and just have a good time, and we'll try to raise a bunch of money. But I
Let
think
us know, man.
going forward, we did it last year. I was like, I want to do this every year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge cause, man. That's amazing you're doing that. That's cool, yeah.
But to me, like, that just, when you're around people who are dying every day,
Yeah.
it just reminds you, it's like, man, do what you love.
Yeah, absolutely
Like,
do what
who
you love.
cares about anything else?
Yeah.
And like people say it all the time, like, if this was the last day on Earth, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
I'd pick up my guitar and
Yeah.
I'd play my guitar.
Hell yeah, till the end of it.
For the people you love and
Yeah.
around,
That's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
I
Damn.
love what you guys are doing, by
That's
the
powerful.
way.
Oh, we're doing it for you, man. We're doing it for all you.
No,
That's
but
how we do
you're
it.
pretty good, too. Like, I'm glad you're going to sing tonight, too.
I'll pick her a little bit. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
will.
You gonna
we may
play
do a
with
little
me
jam.
some?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta. We're missing Jed tonight. Actually, he just had a baby this past
Oh,
weekend,
okay.
so he's a new father. So
Boy or
we're girl. Yeah.
Girl, first one?
So first one. So he's got his hands full. Needless to
Yeah.
say, with little Harper Ann over there. She's
Yeah.
gonna be feisty one, I bet. Yep. Shout out Harper. So, but yeah, so I'll get up to play a little bit, man. But we dig this for you guys, man. This is what it's all about. And
No, I love it. I love this Texas scene, man. I love the support you guys give. I love coming down here. Every time I come to Texas, I have to go to a show. I've seen Kevin Fowler. I love going to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of
No?
Stockyards.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I saw them, and we went to Gary Allen Saturday night.
Okay. Cool.
And so we were lucky. I got to meet Gary a couple months ago and pitch him a song up at his house and
Nice.
hang out. And so his girlfriend's amazing. She's awesome, Molly. If you could see this, thank you. And
Yeah.
she took us backstage, and we got to hang out and watch a show
Man.
from the side of the stage.
That's
and
cool.
So, but
That's really cool.
it's just like, when you see somebody who's like one of your big
Yeah.
influences, and you get
And
to
you
hang
get to have
out,
that. Yeah. That.
you have to remind yourself, this isn't normal.
This is not. This is happening though. This is the dream come true.
I got
here,
friends
man.
text me, don't be a fanboy. I'm
Yeah,
like,
don't fanboy
Sorry,
out.
man.
Try not to.
I
They
love
get
them
that
all,
old. Yeah.
big and small.
Yeah.
I get excited when I see people doing what they love.
Very cool, man. See, I love that. We want to have people come see you do what you love. So
Yeah,
tell us
I do
tell
too.
us where to find your stuff this next
All right.
year. If you got any big things,
Go to
obviously.
jrwardmusic.com.
Yeah.
I'll be in Nashville. I'll be going to South Carolina. And, I just did this Nash Next. They have Cumulus Radio has a competition going on, so I entered that. So I'm in Nashville. I do like the 10-minute tunes sometimes on the Nash Icon stations, which is
Okay.
kind of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
They do like these silly topics. You have to come up with a song in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
and
Okay.
So it's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that.
But
That's cool.
yep, constantly booking gigs. They're talking about recording another single. You got all these songs. People don't consume albums anymore, it seems.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
they're like, let's pick one song and kind of promote the hell out of it
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Single it out. Cool.
So we're kind of working on that right now.
Very good, man. So you can find all your stuff on the website.
You go to my
then, yeah.
website. You can see my YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Okay.
I love Instagram. That's where you
Yeah,
guys reached
IG's
out to
fun.
me.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So, I love getting on there and
That's
just
good.
following what other people are doing too. I always try to follow. I listen to what you guys are doing. See some of the artists I've followed already.
Cool, man.
see
Yes,
what they're doing.
that's another reason we're doing networking. That simple factor, just going to follow someone just to see where
Yeah.
it comes from.
A lot of the females, because I've written some duets and I can't find. I'm like, oh, I love her voice. Like,
Yeah,
So you never know.
exactly.
Like I might reach out like, hey, I saw you on.
Well, and
doing
gig and stuff
Texas
too.
and
Like,
stuff.
if someone's come to Florida, or someone you're coming here, or
Right.
you're going to build that network, get someone booked, and help them out, or
Right.
whatever.
I saw
man.
Travis Tritt's coming back to Billy Bob's. I was like, oh God, I got to get a gig back and come back.
Yeah,
and
you got to get
play
dude, yeah.
and then go see the show.
Come back. Exactly. That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
Come
man.
and have him sit in with you.
Oh God.
Oh, that'd be huge.
We used to live off Travis Tritt Highway in Georgia.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
we drive
pretty
by
awesome.
his house. He's got a big pool-shaped or guitar-shaped pond out in front of his house.
Really? Dang, that's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty awesome. Fishing in a guitar pond. That's
Right.
badass. Well,
So-
JR, we'll wrap up the interview, but we got music to come playing later on, man.
Yeah,
So we're
let's
looking
have
forward to
some
hearing
fun,
you
man.
out here. We playing some tunes around 7 o'clock every Monday night. So if you're watching this and it's delayed and it's like Wednesday, there's another Monday coming around. You should get back out here,
Yeah,
7
check it
p.m.
out.
JR, thanks for chatting with us, man.
Thank you, brother.
We're going to
Thanks.
hang out and get some tunes next. Y'all stick around.
Absolutely. Laid up on a layover, now I'm thinking of you. Oh, I'm hurting from a hangover, I wish this trip was through. The comforts of home are starting to haunt my weary mind, and singing to no one makes love so hard to find. I'm stuck on the south side of empty. Baby, I need your touch, I need your love to feel me. The distance of where I am and where I wanna be got me stuck on the south side of empty. Play something now. I can't find a song to match how I feel. Is it so wrong to chase a dream that just ain't real? And what I want seems so far away. Maybe next time I'll skip the road. Your arms is where I stay. I'm stuck on the south side of empty. Baby, I need your touch, I need love to feel me. The distance of where I am and where I wanna be got me stuck on the south side of empty. Now the plane's delayed just one more hour longer. Just more of the same that makes my love for you grow stronger. I should have drove back like a bat out of hell, but I got no money, I got nothing to sell. Side of empty. Baby, I need your touch, I need your love to feel me. The distance of where I am and where I wanna be got me stuck on the south side of empty. One more time. Sweet. That was awesome, man. Thanks. Yeah, man. Yeah.